Hello and welcome to Babysteps in Movavi Video Suite 2025, Part 10, the Elements section. I'm Tony of Tony's Tutorials and we're on version 3.1.1 of Movavi Video Suite. First of all, what we're going to do is going to go over to the launch section of the video editor here, and we're going to left click it with the mouse button. Okay, we just wait for the video editor to come on. And we're going to go over to where it says add files here, this section here. And as you can see, it's got this little arrow here. If you click on that arrow, it should give you options to add a folder or append a project, right? I'm not going to do any of those. I just want to add a file, but I just thought I'd show you that anyway. Let's just add a file. And I'm already on the right folder, which is the desktop. So I'm just going to drag this slider down by left clicking and holding and dragging it down till we get to near the bottom is where the file is that I want to add. Add this file to my project, so it's in the project for files there, look. Right, so now before I continue with that, I'm going to go on to sample videos first. So I'm going to click on sample videos and click the clouds about 3 times. I want that, so I'm just going to left click, hold, drag and release the left mouse button on here, put them together and put them together, that's no problem. Right, I'm just going to use them for demonstrating some of the things first before I get on to doing something else with that other video. Right, first of all we're going to go back up to the left top corner, and as you can see below us there, below my cursor, you've got all the icons going down in a vertical line, from the plus button, then the second one is the music one, third one is the text, fourth one is the transitions, fifth one's the effects, and the sixth one is the elements. In there you'll find the stickers, and I'm just going to show you now by left clicking on it and just wait for a second. The stickers is the first one that comes up. You've also got special effects, callouts and frames. I'm going to see what I can do on this so far, but we'll see how long we can get through it. If we can't get through it all, I'll have to do some more videos later. Right, first of all, let's just grab hold of one of these first and drag one of these on, put that on there. As you can see, that's a particular size and its duration is there. Right, now with this duration button here, this is the sticker settings for that. So it's only got the one setting, which is the duration for this sticker. Right, so what you can do is you click on a particular part of this timer and you can adjust that according to these 2 arrows here. Right, or you can go to another section and adjust that one. If it's already on 1 or 0 or something like that, you can go up. But if you get down, you get to it knock everything else off. Right, you need to go up. Right, and with this top one as well, that's an hour, and that one's a minute, that one's seconds, and that one's milliseconds. Right, so just remember that. Also with these you can wait till you get to the ends, either end, and you get the horizontal arrows facing opposite directions to each other. If you get them on, you can left click on it, hold the left mouse button and drag along, and you resize them, and obviously the actual setting will be different according to what you resized it to. Yeah, that makes sense, doesn't it? Right, but if you make them longer, it will do the same animation so many times, you know what I mean? So we'll keep doing the same animation backwards and forwards a couple of times. Some of them it'll be okay for, but some of them, like the countdowns, might not be any good. You've got some countdowns further down here somewhere. I've gone past them now. There's a countdown somewhere there. Countdown there, look, TV countdown. If you do that, 10 down to 1 and then 10 down to 1 again, it'll keep going. Right, so you got to remember that. Okay, but you can add other things to this by using the settings on the app itself, which are here. There's the settings, and we can use something like click on it and we get you get your animation, so you can animate the actual thing in and out. So that's coming in from the left, and that's going out to the right, right? So let me just show you that. Play that. It's coming in from the left, and it'll go out to the right in a second. There you go, like that. Right, so you can do that. You can also use position on them. Let's remove keyframes first. Now, position, go to position there. Click on the position for that particular item. Position, and you can and should be able to click on it, and you'll have the ability to change the size, change the width, change the height, etc. And you can also rotate it using the end node there, like that. You can rotate it either way, it doesn't matter which way you want to rotate it. If you want to rotate, you can do that. You've also got the ability to motion track all the stickers, right? So, you know, so you can use motion tracking, which I'm going to talk about in a minute. All right, let's just take that off first. Right, now I'm going to go to the next part, next section, because the stickers we've already done about how to change the colours and that. The only thing is with these, you can't change any of the texts on them. So if I pull that across, see, it's an automatic thing, and there's only duration. You can't change cheers to something else. You'd have to leave it as cheers because it's an automatic animation. You can't do nothing with it apart from change the duration. Even the chill one's the same. Look, you can't change the words. If you could change the text, it would be absolutely brilliant, but you can't, unfortunately. But there you go. That's part of the situation at the moment. Right. So now we're going to go on to the next section, because I've just showed you all that. If we've done all them, let's go to the special effects. Now these are quite nice. These are. I like these. So I'm going to put this one on first. Let's put it there. Put it on top. So I'm just going to do that. Right, and then I'm going to use that one next and use this one at the end here somewhere. And we'll just start with this one. Let's just play that one for a second. Alright, as you can see, it's like an arc, lights going around an arc shape, right? So you could use that for, say, if you got somebody, say they'd been hit by a magic power or something, and it made them, you know, suddenly become bright or something. You can show it like that, and give that effect of, oh, suddenly something's happened and the mind's working or something like that. Something silly, you know. You could do that, and with these you can stretch some of them. This one you can't stretch, that's why I've put this one on. These ones you can stretch. I don't know why you can't stretch that one. They're probably limited it. These ones are stretchable, and that one is, even though it's only small. That one is, it's stretchable. That is, you can stretch it along. So let's just have a look at it first. Just one swipe there, but you can stretch it to more swipes. That one. So like that. So I'll do it several times. Look, this one I'll only do once, so you'd have to clone it or something to get it to do it again, something like that, right? But all of these have better settings than the stickers, right? You got your fade in and your fade out. So I'm going to drag this back closer, and then I'm going to use fade in and fade out on it. So fade in 2, fade out 2, and you'll see. Right, so do that, and then just play that, and you'll see fades in, and then it's going to fade back out. Right, that's pretty good. I mean, you could have done just one really on these, because it's only small now, because I've just done that. Let's just show that. Yeah, right. And you've also got opacity on this, so let's just take them off, fade off. Right, the opacity is how much solidity it has at the moment. It's on 100% solidity, so that's how solid it is normally, right? If we take a bit of solidity off, it becomes more transparent. until it goes to completely transparent, right? So that's what that opacity does. And then you've got the blending modes. At the moment it's on screen, that's the original version, this screen. You can use color dodge, darken, which has got the rectangle of the outer limits of the actual image that it's been made with. And you got diffusion, exclusion, hard light has got the rectangle on it. Lighten hasn't, it looks a lot less there with that. And you got linear dodge, multiply, it's got the rectangle on it, overlay, which gives you a rectangle in a different way altogether, and the screen was the original, right? So you got all those. You can mess about with them and see what fits to what you need. You got applied effects on them as well. So it's got picture-in-picture effect on there. If I take the picture effect off, it goes much bigger. You see the difference there. Look, if I play that now, you see it's a lot bigger, isn't it? Now put the picture-in-picture in. It's been made much smaller, right? Blending mode, that puts the rectangle on and takes it off there, right? So you'd have to do that, right? This one, same sort of thing. You've got applied effects on there, picture-in-picture and blending mode. I think all of them have got the same. Yeah, they've all got picture-picture and blending mode in them, all of them, right? So that's the difference with them compared to the stickers. They've got so many more extra settings that you can use, and motion tracking too, which I'm going to show you in a minute. Right, because I want to show you motion tracking. I'll just get this off here, delete all that, and we'll go to the plus button and project files, and I'll put my file on that I've got downloaded, and I want to get to, I'm just start it from there actually, so I'm going to cut that to there, cut that there. So I only want the second off, I don't want the front off, so I'll just leave that. And what I want to do is I'm going to get this going across there like that, so I want something to follow that. Right, so we just get anything, we'll get a sticker. Can I get a sticker? Let's get that first sticker we had before. Get that following it, right? From the front there, like that. We want that there. And we're going to, first of all, we're going to move it to the position we want it in. Position the sticker. It's not letting me at the minute. Position. There it is. Put it there. Right. That's where I'm going to put it. Now I'm going to click on it to there. Do motion tracking. Now I'm going to put it on the actual plane there. Right. So it's going to motion track that. And I'm going to put it as precise and track, right? Now that's going to work out the motion of the film and where the plane goes, and it should follow it all the way across. Right? We could have made it smaller, the actual item, but it doesn't matter. I just want to show you the motion tracking so you know what it does. Okay, I think you'd have to pull that across, but I'm not sure. I think I would have to, yeah. Let's do that and see what happens. As you can see, it's still doing the motion, but it's following it. I'll say it's got a balloon of that on the back. It looks a bit silly, but you could do something like that if you wanted to. You know what I mean? That's the point. So it's actually following the plane, isn't it? I'd probably have to put it in the front, on the front of the plane, so it'd be actually, you know, dead on the edge of the plane, you know. Or and with the end bit, as you could see, the end bit, as soon as it had gone off, it stopped. So there, you'd have to cut that bit off there. So cut that bit off, and that would be okay then, because it would be to the right level. So just take that back like that, and then it would just finish there, wouldn't it? Let's just do that there. So it's just following on until it gets to that end bit, and then that's when it stops there. That's it. End of the film. Right. That's how you do motion tracking, right? So you can do that with the special effects as well. So let's go on to a special effect. Try that. Delete that one. Let's try this fire, for example. Put that on there somewhere, and I'm just going to try and resize that to about there, right? So that size might be smaller actually. I want to get it there like that, and then that would make sense, wouldn't it, there? Right, so I'm going to do that. Click on that, motion track, and put it on the front of the plane there, and then do precise, and then put that across to the end. Hold on, I forgot to do that then. Do that. Click on that one there. And it should track all of that. And hopefully that should be okay. Let's try to see how that works. Okay, let's start that from the beginning of there. Right, so there it is, look, it's burning. And it's following it slowly. It's going off a bit though, but it's still following the back. That looks pretty cool. It looks like there's some oil leakage and that's burning up, or something like that on it. But you could use it for something like that, possibly anyway. But at the end it stops again. So when the particular thing goes out of position, that's when it should stop there. About there, really. That position, you want to cut that last bit off there and there. And you cut that last bit off, and it'll be okay then. We just follow it to there, and that'll be it. Like that, so yeah. So that would make sense, right? So that's that. Let's go back to the thingy. You got your call outs. Let's have a look at the call outs. There ain't many there, but there's others. There you are, look. Call outs are the same sort of thing. Let's just get the sample video back on a couple of times. There you go, that'll do. Right, let's go to back there and then the call outs. Let's get a call out there. That one's got only animation speed and duration, so let's have a look at the speed of that. So it's got an animation like that, so you can change the animation speed and the duration. You can drag it along anyway to make the duration. As you can see, it's doing it like that. It's only doing one animation, so you can do it slower, so it makes it look so slow as it goes along. Now you might need to do it slow, something like that. You don't know, do you? Or you could have a lightning fast. Let's try the lightning fast one. Alright, so we'll just try like quite a bit faster. Wow, that was very fast. Try faster than that. See how it looked like that, the fastest you can go on it. It went straight away, too fast. Yeah. And it'll stay there, that's it, that's all it does, right? So you can change the animation speed and the duration. You got colour change as well, so you can change the colours for these. So you can change the fill colour to green or orange, blue or pink, right? So these ones you can change the colours for quite well, and you can have an outline if you want, big thick outline of white or black, something like that. So you can do that. That would be okay, and you could use them for motion tracking as well, which I ain't going to bother with that. I've showed you the basic things that you can do with them. And next one, hold on, let's just carry on through these and just check all the shapes. Let's do an exclamation mark on here, and I just want to check that these have got the same settings. That one ain't even got half the settings. Look, see, some of them ain't got all the settings. Some of them have got some of the settings on these. That's why I wanted to check. There you go. That hasn't got as many settings as some of the others. It depends on which ones you got. The callouts, shapes. Let's try that one. See what settings that's got. Just the duration. You can change the colour and motion tracking as well. So that's cool. You know, so there are certain things you can do with some of them that you can't do with others. You got extra effects on some that you can deal with. Obviously, there's a lot of them are just normal duration ones, right? Okay, so that's that. Let's go to the last section for this, which is the frames, and these are the frames around whatever it is. Now, that's pretty simple to understand, eh? You click on that frame and it comes up showing the frame. Let's see if we can drag that frame along. Yep, you can drag that frame along, no problem. So let's just see what the thing is. It gives you a fade in and fade out on the settings. Now you fade in, say 2, fade out 2, and if you go there like that, and you see that. Or you can change the opacity. So it can be semi-see-through or something like that. Might be useful for something, I suppose. And you've got the blending modes as well, so you can change the way it looks completely. You know, with different things. Color dodge, darken. You can't even see it there. Difference. Oh, that looks weird. That looks pretty cool, actually. Using difference. There you go. Exclusion. Looks similar. Hard light. That one looks quite nice as well. Lighten. That one looks okay. And linear dodge. I forgot what the first one was. The normal, I think. Yeah. Okay. So there you go. That's what the thing is do. You got applied effects maybe? No, there ain't no applied effects on it. And you wouldn't use motion tracking with these, but you can if you wish to. So if you wanted to do that, you could resize the actual the actual frame, I suppose. Perhaps it's say you got more than one video on at the same time, like a picture in picture. You'd have to use the tracking for that, I suppose. Or you got something on there you want to put a circle around it, you could do that to track it like that. Now, so you could do that. But that's basically it with the frames, really. They're all the same, the frames are, I think. Yeah, you got different ones here like this. That one's pretty cool, actually. It's got a motion on it, I think, that one. Yeah, it has. Let's just click on that one and see what the thing is. Yeah, you got fading, fading out, opacity, blending mode, duration. Let's see if there's any applied effects now. Motion tracking is available as well, so whatever picture you got here, you can motion track that picture. Okay, so that's basically what you can do with the frames. There ain't a lot more you can do with the frames, I don't think. That's basically it. But there's a lot of choices there, of a lot of different ones you can choose from and deal with. So hopefully you can have a go at it and have a look, see what you like. There's all sorts of different things there. There's some I haven't even downloaded, so you know, I'm going to download them all by clicking on there, and I can download all them ones there. I like that. There's a lot of different choices, and I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial anyway. If you have, please like and subscribe to Tony's Tutorials, and I hope it's been useful to you. If it has, please let me know and give me any comments or any questions. If you've got any questions, I would love to hear about what questions you've got, and hopefully I'll be able to help you if possible, and I will try my best anyway. I hope you have a great day anyway. Thank you very much for watching and see you next time. Bye bye.